What's up, everyone? Eric here from Hardware for Gamers. Today, I'm finally going to be putting together my personal rig. But first, can you guys help me out? And please subscribe and like and share the video. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can actually start making money on these videos to help pay for things on the channel. Oh, I know what you guys are looking for. You guys are looking for some sweet tech porn. Wow, I got you covered. Nice, I finally have my personal rig all painted up and put together, but now don't get me wrong, it looks great. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, but as of right now, it's pretty much just a 25-pound paperweight. I need to install Windows and set everything up, so I guess this is actually a pretty great time to actually start a series about how I set up a Windows 10 PC. Now I will be breaking this up into 3 steps. Step 1, which will be part of this video, is how to install Windows. Step 2 will be about the programs and drivers that you should download and install, as well as going through some of Windows' more basic features to make sure that everything's running as smoothly as possible. I'll be showing you how I set up my game library, as well as how to actually recover old game libraries from an external or old game drive. Step 3 is checking your system temperatures and performance. As well, I will also be showing you everything you need to do this. Then I'll be showing you how to custom tune your system for your needs. Now that could involve overclocking and or undervolting your CPU and or GPU. I'll also go over how to test everything to make sure it's all stable. Okay, so step 1, I'll start with this. It's a USB drive with a Windows 10 installer on it. I'll provide a link in the description below. This is all perfectly legal. You'll actually be getting this straight from Microsoft. Now to do this, you will need a USB drive of at least 8 gigs and a computer to actually create the Windows 10 installer on. Now the way it works when using a Windows 10 installer is you can simply just install Windows 10 without a product key. Now this means that there will be that little watermark in the bottom right hand corner, or you can buy a product key from Windows or another retailer. Now I recommend actually using a website, something like SCD Keys, and buying an OEM and activating Windows at a later time. But before we get too far into this, I highly recommend you watch the entire video before starting. And if this is a computer you built yourself, or if a friend built for you, or whatever the case might be, I am making the assumption that the system can post. Once you have the USB installer, all you need to do is plug the USB into the computer and turn the system on. Now if you're using a new drive, or if the drive you're using doesn't have an operating system on it, the system should boot directly to the USB drive, but sometimes you may need to go into the boot manager to actually tell it to boot to the USB drive. On this motherboard, I can do this by pressing F11, but your motherboard might be something different. It should show you what button it is on the splash screen when the system is posting. Just a quick note, if you do not want to sign into Windows using a Microsoft account, You will need to make sure that you do not have internet when installing Windows. So that means you'll need to actually unplug the Ethernet cable and or disable any wireless adapters until Windows 10 is installed. Now once you have booted into the Windows 10 installer, select the language you want to install and select the keyboard style. Click Next. Now click Install. Now if you do already have a product key, then this would be when you type it in, then click Next. Or you can click I do not have a product key. Again, this will leave the watermark in the bottom right hand corner, but you can activate Windows at a later time. Or not. Then select which version of Windows you want to install. The two most common to install are Windows 10 Home and Windows 10 Pro. Now most people won't really notice the difference between the two, so I typically install Home. After making your choice, click Next. I highly recommend deleting all the partitions on the drive that you're looking to install Windows 10 on. Please note this will actually delete all the files on those partitions. So if you needed to actually get something off of that, you need to do that before doing all this. Then you want to select the drive you want to install Windows on and click Next. Windows 10 is now installing. The system restarts. Now you need to select the region, click Yes, confirm the keyboard layout, again click Yes. Now if you did disconnect your internet, Windows will now ask you to connect to the internet. Just click I don't have internet. Then Windows will ask again, are you sure you want to continue with limited setup? Simply click Continue with limited setup. Now it's time to set up a Windows user. This isn't the same as the Microsoft account. So you can type in whatever you want your username to be, click Next. If you do want some sort of local security, you can add in a password or leave it blank and you won't need a password to log in. Click Next. This next part is asking if you want to opt in to some Windows features. I choose no. This part is asking if you want to have a digital assistant. I select decline. Do more with your voice. I don't use speech recognition, so I go with do not use online speech recognition. Do you want Windows and apps to use your location? I select no. Find my device. That doesn't make any sense to me. I select no. Sending diagnostic data to Windows. I go with basic. Sending your typing info to Windows. I select no. Get a tailored experience. Again, I select no. There is a common theme going on here. Advertising ID, again, I select no. Windows is finalizing the setup. This can take a few minutes. Okay, now we're actually in Windows. This is where I actually connect up to the internet. And the first thing I do after connecting to the internet is check for Windows updates. And wow, I really need to update my Windows installer because there's a lot of updates. Okay, so Windows is done updating. So that means this video is pretty much done, but make sure to subscribe so you don't miss steps 2 and 3. They should be coming pretty soon. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please follow me on Twitter at HFG_YT. And I also have a Discord server. The link will be in the description below. And as always, thank you for watching and see you next time.